Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast. Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Liza Nebel. Liza Nebel is the President, Chief Operating Officer, and co-founder of BlueOcean, the first company to offer $1 million brand audits in 7 days for $17,000. Liza has spent the last 20 years driving brand and marketing strategies for AT&T, Visa, Chevron, American Express, Barclays, Time Warner, IBM, and others. At BlueOcean, Liza is leading the charge to build machine learning systems that solve problems and provide insights at great scale and speed. For her work, Liza has been recognized in San Francisco's Business Times Top 100 Women Business Owners. Well, good afternoon, Liza. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Brian. It's such a pleasure to speak to you.
Same here, Liza. I appreciate you jumping on at this end of the day, and this is pretty exciting. So let's jump into the questions here, Liza. You've got quite a career as a digital strategist, a board member, advisor, and now you're the co-founder and president of BlueOcean. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Yeah, it's been a really interesting question, and it's one I've only uncovered because of having a variety of different experiences. So I've been in the professional world. I took some time off to go get my master's in architecture. I've really taken an approach of exploring, and I know a lot of people are doing that. There's, the lifelongers, and I look back to my parents, my grandfather, his 45-year career with IBM, and I know people just don't engage that way, and they don't work that way really anymore. It's people are lifelong learners, and it's okay to jump around. And I did do a bit of that. I mean, I've predominantly spent a majority of my time now in the brand space, advertising space, but I've pivoted to the technology space. And that really occurred through all these different steps I took. But what really, I think, got me to where I am is just recognition that if I surround myself by people that inspire me, that are better than me, that are smarter than me, and I actually listen to them, I'm going to do better myself. I've been in places and spaces where I wasn't necessarily surrounded by people that supported me, inspired me, or wanted me to do my best work. And it just stunted my growth. Like I can look back on sort of a 18-month experience where I just felt like I was going backwards in my career. And when I looked around, it was because I was not surrounded by people that were believing in me, thinking I could do great things, helping me along the way, or teaching me new things. So I think that's what's been really helpful when I think about how I've been able to do what I've done is actually be around people that want the best for you and you want the best for them.
I love that. You recognize that you need to challenge yourself or leave that current circle that you're in to, again, if you want to change your career, your goals, you're going to have to change the things that you're doing. So thanks for sharing, Liza. Let's talk about something that's a little bit more relevant. As you know, everybody globally has had to make major shifts during this pandemic, right? Could you share with us what you're doing to help your organization stay relevant in this economy?
Yeah. So interestingly enough, BlueOcean is it's COVID and Black Lives Matter and a variety of other things that have occurred this year have actually been a tailwind for BlueOcean. So what we do at BlueOcean, which is brand strategy as a service, has really accelerated because people have recognized more than ever the power of brands. Brands are what we engage with. They're part of our lives. They're part of our persona and our belief system. And so if brands aren't responsive and being part of that, they don't stay relevant anymore. So in turn, BlueOcean has been an incredibly relevant part of everything that's going on. But I think when I think about what we've done for our employees to help them feel connected, which in turn is relevant, is we've really tried to foster a open conversation, whether it's every other day, people jump on a no work sort of Zoom meeting where we just talk about things we're doing, things we like to do. I went for a run today. I haven't moved in 4 days. It's time to get out. What should I do? We've got some interesting Slack channels devoted to personal hobbies. Today's hot one is Spotify Wrapper, and it's Spotify wraps up your 2020 and does this awesome sort of 20 screen experience of the songs that got you through 2020, your top playlists, like things you were exposed to, new genres you listened to, and everybody was sharing how their Spotify Wrapper ended this year. And it was just awesome to see the team able to connect and stay focused, but have a good time, even though we really can't be together right now.
I love that story. And I've heard several of those where people have got creative around team building because everybody's stuck at home or that sort of thing. So I appreciate the share on that. I really do. And Liza, you are obviously leveraging some emerging tech in your platform, particularly around artificial intelligence, machine learning. Is there anything specific you might be able to share with our audience?
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things we're doing right now is our approach to image classification. So obviously the highest level what BlueOcean is we are a large scale ingestion of brand content and audience content. We bring it together to help you understand how your brand maps to the expected experience a customer might want. And part of that, there's a lot of visual language. Particularly we work with a lot of wine and spirits companies and alcohol beverages. Those brands tend to be highly visual, highly experiential. And how would we score that at scale? How do we score that every single day with new dialogue, new conversations, new data in the wild? And so our approach to image classification is really exciting in terms of how we bring in images. We're, obviously using OCR and facial detection, edge detection, color analysis to score those and come out with a prediction potentially of what would make for a great ad in whichever space you operate in. And we do that by taking in so many previous ads, understanding them, deconstructing them, understanding what's been effective, and then helping you understand what you might do to make a better ad yourself. That's just one application of how you might use it. That's been really exciting for the team to work on because it's definitely sort of on the edge of what anybody's doing.
Awesome. I really appreciate that. And that's kind of my favorite topic there is that emerging tech space. And that's where our platform focuses on. So thank you. And Liza, last question. Everybody wants to know a little bit more about Liza. Can you share something from your career experience that would be helpful for those looking to grow their career in technology or even entrepreneurship?
I think that you have to have a passion and a belief, and you kind of have to be a little crazy and just have confidence to be an entrepreneur. And I think it's very true. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur, and that's fine. I love the ups and downs of it, and it's a roller coaster. And so if you're ready for that, and I would say if you also have a family, you should make sure your family is ready for that. Go ahead and do it. I've never felt more satisfied because every single day that time I put in is I know that I've built something or I'm part of a team that's building something. And there isn't a better feeling than that. And that's because I'm a maker. I'm a lifelong learner. And so it makes sense. And I think those looking to, jump into a career in technology, I love technology, use technology, press upon technology, break the technology. I think you got to break it to understand it and then to make something better. So I think that would be my consideration when thinking if you wanted to jump into technology entrepreneurship.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate your insights or your spin on what you've learned around technology and, how you break something or push it to its limit so you can improve it. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing those insights. And last thing, Liza, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was great. And I look forward to keeping in touch and sharing new technology as we come out with it.
Bye for now.